The Arduino Cloud service now has an artificial intelligence assistant. Let's let that sink in. And as in the case of so many other AI systems, the question of course is, what do you get from it in practice? And in the following steps, I'm going to do 2 practical experiments, and we're going to see how good the thing performs. The first step that we need to take is, of course, we visit here the download agent option, and then we get a downloaded file. And it is this file as of right now. And because we are here looking at the targets file, we need to untar it in the next step. So we go here. And now we have here a file which we can run. And we see here, of course, in the middle of the screen, we get some advertisement. In the first step, it asks you to uninstall the old one, which we have to allow, if there is one. And then we install the new one, we accept, we go forward. And now we see the whole installation. And now we see it here in the background, it's already starting to babble around. So now we go back into the here, and we see the agent is ready, you can close the tab. And then the next app is we go here into Open App to start the actual Arduino Cloud application. And here, of course, you need to sign in with your username and your password. And now we are here in the app arduino.cc, and we can go here and we can create ourselves a new scratch. So now here we have our new scratch. We don't need this permission, and we say we can have here an advice for the AI, but for now we're gonna say maybe later. And you see we have only 53 messages, so a paid plan might be needed. But be that as it may, before that we need to actually connect our Arduino. And you see here I'm running this USB in watch, and now I switch it on. I've got an Arduino R4 connected, and now we see here that thanks to the agent, the Arduino Cloud is connected to the physical board. And here we can already start to annoy the Arduino AI Assistant. In the first time, of course, we have to agree to all the policies. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Because we've got an Arduino Nano, as an Arduino Uno R4 connected, the next question we are going to ask is this. Here we go. And now we see it's starting to work. And here we have the code, and we can either click copy or we can click apply. So we have to make this a little wider, the pane. And we see this here. And this is the user interface for handling the responses. And now we are going to click apply here, and we see that we've got the code created here. And what is very interesting is that it uses a potentiometer connected here to control the frequency. And we, of course, are not going to want to do that because we want to make it easier. So we will just set frequency to 1000 here by hand and remove this. And then we click here the verify button to order a compile, and we just got an error. And now if we click here the fix errors option, we see that we get some new suggestions, and we see it's suggesting only for the Arduino Giga R1. Which, however, in our case does not help us very much, because this is an Uno R4 Wi-Fi. So, from my point of view, this one we have to give it a fail. But, because we are funny, we now go here to the local Arduino IDE and we try to compile it again. And the funny thing is that I'm now changing here the capital A into small a, and we see that the code is getting a little further, but it still doesn't get all the way in. So in a way, the system did point us in the right way, but it did not completely generate working code. And after doing precisely what I wanted to avoid, namely looking into the documentation and fixing a total of 3 positions, I was able to run the code in the local IDE, and now I'm chasing it over there, as you see here. And then we get a result on the oscilloscope, and as we see here, we do get a sign. I mean, there are quite a few artifacts visible, but with a small bit of manual intervention, we were able to get it working. And because I'm just funny, now I'm taking this code here, which has been working. I put it in here and I ask for another compilation. And we see that it now suddenly works. So the error correction step also was not correct. Our next test is, of course, another sketch. And this time we're going to get funny. And what we ask it is what you see here. And then again, we can click the apply command to bring it over there. And we click again run. We see this time the code worked perfectly. It's being deployed right from the cloud. But sadly, as we see here, the output also is not what it should be. There is some kind of weird off by 1 error here in the initial output. And it again is something small. Because you see now I'm going here into the LED matrix editor. And now it gets me this animation field here. And I put this here. And I run it again. And we have it again working. And just for posterity, here we have a video which shows the matrix saying AI. So once again, the system got us pretty close, but the last finishing touches we once again had to do by hand. As in the case of all AI systems, of course, the results are highly date dependent. I'm filming this on the 20th of April 2025, so maybe 1 month from now everything is different. But as it stands now at the moment, the Arduino AI Assistant basically is just like many other AI assistants which I've tested in the past. It gets you close to the solution, but it does not make you completely redundant. And with that, I thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.